It's hip. Do you ever struggle with stiff, sore, and painful hips when you hike? You know the feeling. No matter what you do, you have this chronic ache and tightness that will just not go away. Bending down to put on your shoes can even cause you pain. Maybe your pain even starts to radiate into your lower back. Possibly this causes you to even limp when you're hiking because you're trying to avoid that side of your body that's causing you pain. If this sounds like you, stick around because I have a great exercise I'd love to share. Hey, welcome to my studio. Okay, so today we're going to be working on hip stability. So before I coach you through this exercise, what I'd like you to do is do an assessment so you can pay attention to what's the quality of your hip pain or discomfort at the moment. So different people will experience their hip tightness or the lower back pain in different ways. So maybe for you that is doing a few squats, right? Paying attention to how your hips lock up or how your side area is feeling as you're squatting, right? Or maybe that's just standing up nice and tall, right? Arms out extended, and you're just rotating to the side, and you're like, oh boy, this side area feels really funky. Or maybe you feel your hip more when you're squatting. So whatever that assessment is for you, I just want you to kind of check in with your hip or your hips and pay attention to what level of comfort or discomfort you're experiencing now. Okay, so now that you have checked in, so to speak, with your hip or your hips, and you say, okay, so maybe my hip feels about like a 5 out of a 10, right? So it feels about 50%, right? Not so great. Okay, so for demonstratable purposes, we're gonna say my issue is on my right side with my hip. So what you're gonna do is find a place for some stability where you can brace yourself. With your left arm, right? So you're gonna, whatever the side of your hip is, for me it's the right side. I'm gonna go right leg down, left knee up. So I'm doing hip flexion. Notice my foot, toes are pointing up towards my head. That's foot flexion. I'm going to extend, watch my fingers and wrists go back. I'm gonna extend up to the ceiling. So from here I am pressing my right foot down into the ground, pulling my left knee and foot up towards me as high as I can, and I'm pressing my right arm into the sky. So what I'm imagining that I'm doing right now is I'm lengthening from my right foot, planting into the ground, and my right arm is pressing into the ceiling. So as I'm doing that, those 2 points, my right foot and my right hand, they're stretching away from each other. And so what that's doing is that's providing a deep stretch through that whole kind of chain on your right side, but it's also stabilizing that right hip. Thanks so much for watching my video. If you found this helpful, I'd love your support. So if you were to click the like button below and subscribe to my channel, that would be great. And if you're someone who deals with a lot of chronic pain and tightness, I have a free resource that should be helpful to you. You can access that at the bottom of this page or at my home screen. So again, thanks a lot and talk to you soon.